We got a little blues song in us, don't we? Okay, I want to talk to you guys about something. I've been thinking about this racial reconciliation thing. You know, hearing a lot about racism in the news. My idol, Jimi Hendrix, right here. I'm left-handed too. It's the Jimmy zone up here. Anyway, I want to talk to you about this. It's kind of been a serious problem lately. And so I think it's worth checking out, worth looking over. I like checking out serious situations. Alright, so anyway, I was just, kind of thinking about that a lot lately, this whole racial, inequality or whatever. Anyway, it started making me think about this guy named Gary Chapman, who wrote 5 Love Languages. You might want to look it up. It's actually a really interesting book. Anyway, has this thing in there, it's called the love tanks, he calls it, where people make deposits in your love tank, and then there's withdrawals, like there's, it's leaky. We're leaky, It's like our memories. Anyway, I just started thinking about that, how, there's probably a lot of people that have low love tanks. They're kind of like you have E and then F. And what made me think of this was, I heard of one motivational speaker, I forget who it was exactly who said, it's been years and years ago, said, well, if you had even like a, smidget of racism in you or prejudice of any kind of race or people group, try and be blessed by that group, someone in that group, some that changes your life and makes your life better. And it kind of just reminded me of, and I've had different, I listened to this one guy named Les Brown, really great speaker. Anyway, so that's like filling your love tank. You're putting in. And the 5 love languages are, as Gary Chapman, he's been a counselor for like 30 years, says are words of affirmation. Wait, where's my trusty thing here? Put this up. Words of affirmation. Okay, this is really good to have one of these. Anyway, I'm going to turn it around. When you're reading, to have something that kind of blocks your reading, that's a whole other story. But it helps you to kind of focus on words right in front of you. And number 2 is acts of service. 3 is quality time. Like, just different things you do for your partner, like just cleaning up, dumping the trash, doing the hard stuff, like, cleaning the bathroom, the toilets, or, the hard stuff, 3, quality time. Just spending time together doing stuff. It doesn't have to be a big deal. Quality time, though. Where you're actually, dinner table, you're talking to each other. 4, receiving gifts. It doesn't have to be big gifts. It could be just like cards, all that kind of stuff. It really helps. And then physical touch. And so he talks about these, and he says that people have different love languages. The number 1 was words of affirmation. This one is the highest. But someone else pointed out to me too that all these other ones play in too, just maybe not as much. Maybe this one's 30%, this one's 20, and this is 20, and then, these other ones, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little bit less for these. But he says, as you do these, so he said that a lot of couples were coming in for counseling, and they had different love languages that were like a priority. Like maybe one had words of affirmation, and the other one was acts of service. So they weren't really talkative, but they would do things for the other one, and they weren't filling their love tank the way they wanted. You see, people that want affirmation, they want to have their love tanks filled with affirmation, whereas some people would be quality time, and others receiving gifts and physical touch. And so what he does say in the one thing I thought was interesting in the book is that whenever you go to apologize, say you're making an amends for something, do all 5. Do words of affirmation. Hey, I'm sorry for what I did, but also some kind of service for the other person. Spend quality time with them. Receive, give them a little gift, even a card, and physical touch. This one for me, man. I don't know if a lot. I don't know if I could handle being with someone who didn't want to be touched. That would be horrible. But there's people out there that it's not very high on their priority. And that would lead to, a leaky gas tank. We have our gas tank here full. A lot of times, we're just like running on empty. And this made me think about the whole thing of racial reconciliation too, like, or just how to fill your some of the races part, to tell them, they need, affirmation. I don't need to spell it again. Affirmations, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. And sometimes, you just might, I was listening to Jim Rohn, and he says, you've probably heard this stuff before, like motivational stuff, but, you have all the keys, but you're missing one little tumbler on that key that's just going to unlock it for you. And, you might give that person an affirmation that they need, And I think that's a big issue of people who just tell themselves, I can't do it. I can't do it. Or they just tell themselves things that, I've heard this term hiding and biting, where people kind of hide from their dreams or they bite at it. They I can't do that. And what they're really saying is, I don't want to do it, or I'm afraid to do that. I can't do that. And it's just a really horrible way to think, A lot of times it's really subtle. We tell ourselves negative things all the time. And then acts of service, somehow you just do some kind of act of service for them. I just, it was Veterans Day the other day, and they had a bunch of free meals on Veterans Day, so I went and partook, and I went and got my car washed. And that was really awesome. I'm looking at my car, and it's just my van, and it just looks really good. Act of service, quality time, hang out with someone of a different race, whatever, and just talk, receiving gifts. Sometimes, you might give them a card. I don't know how you do physical touch, so that one, just give someone a hug, I'm talking about, what I'm talking about. We're all just about, here it is right here, helping people, inspiring people. I know it's pretty lame, but I like it. So, anyway, we're just in a really trying time right now, and I was just watching some stuff that happened in Washington D.C. People fighting and this and that, and it's really not helping. I mean, people are not helping the situation. They're just making it worse. They're just acting out a lot of their hurt. And I say this, when our love tanks are really low, we get offended really easily. We get, we're just like, whatever, so just whatever it takes, say a prayer or something, do some kind of devotional reading. Get that, there's a gas tank, filling it back up. Fill this love tank back up. Whatever it takes. Kind of reach out to people and ask them to affirm you, ask them to help you with this service or quality time. If you're, married, couple, you can try and talk about this stuff, It's a really good book, though. 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. Anyway, you guys have a great time, great night, and I hope you like that. And I know I've already said like and subscribe, but hey, man, we want to try and give you guys something really powerful. The thing is that illustrations stay with you forever. I mean, this book was written like back in '92. And here it is, 28 years later, and I'm talking about it like it was yesterday, because people love illustrations. All right, you guys have a good night. Bye.